Well, what's going on out there? Happy 4th of July to everybody. Just shooting another video. Uh, just trying to make the best of the 4th of July and our independence and everything. Because fucking who knows how much longer we're gonna have it. The past fucking passing all these new laws to continue to keep letting fucking immigrants, illegal immigrants in, who can now vote since they're getting free driver's licenses when they come here illegally. So now they'll be able to vote for Hillary Clinton. But it really doesn't matter because they're going to rig the fucking computers. There ain't no doubt in my mind that they're going to rig it. Something's going to happen. It's just, they're either going to kill Trump or they're going to rig the election or Obama's going to declare martial law writ on the election. You got, there's probably 50 to 75 people camping out up near Philadelphia. In a couple weeks, all these people, they're all heading to Cleveland for the Trump rally and stuff, nomination or whatever. And then there's going to be one in Philly too. And the thing about in Cleveland is open carry to open carry your gun is going to be legal, and if you have a concealed carry, you'll be able to do that too. And you know, they're talking well over 1 million people are going to turn out for this, and it's going to go on all week long. And expect things to break loose after 5, 6, 7 o'clock. That's what I think. When it's going to really shit's going to hit the fan, and they're probably going to fake massive shootings, bombings, everything. And thing about it is people don't understand what the hell really happens at these fake tragedies, these false flags. What you got is you got actors from head to toe. You got actors that play gunmen. You got actors that play the injured people. You got actors that play the people that carry the injured people. You have actors doing the interviews. Everything is a fucking movie brought to real life. And there's so many common things that happen all the time when you know it's a false flag. For one thing, there's only one video, and it's of them, and it's always of a gun going off. It's never nobody getting shot when you see it. That's another dead sign. That's how you know it's just fake. They're blanks. They're using blank bullets to pull it off. It's a movie brought to real life. That's why they write all the movies about all this stuff that happens, so then they can get it right. Well, come Cleveland, they're going to really try to get it right. It's why you've had Orlando, you've had Turkey, you've had Germany. Um, you had the bomber. They found a bomber, a guy with a bomb that blew off in New York and blew off some college kid's foot, and that was just yesterday, the July 3rd. Um, they just don't stop because they're just warming up. They're just getting ready. They ready to unroll the script in Philly, in Cleveland, probably in New York. Maybe in California, I don't know. And it's just going on where all these third world things are just happening, and it's all been fucking kicked off since Orlando. And it's just been a massive, massive movies being ran in front of our faces. Real life movies brought to life. And it's like what they do is they have all these people that are on the inside there are all working together. They go around, they all seal up the doors so nobody can get out. Then magically the cops always stand down for 3 hours for some odd reason all the time. It's always fucking strange. It's more than once. That's another reason how I know when they're fucking making a movie that they're bringing to real life. You know, maybe, with the incident in Orlando, they say 50 got killed. Maybe 2 people got killed. The rest of them, they just took. This is all they do when there's a tsunami, when there's anything, hurricanes, anything that's happening. What you don't see, and what I believe, is they're just taking the people and they're shipping them off to a third world country in a different FEMA camp out of the United States. And then the FEMA camps in the United States, they're shipping third world people into them. They're switching them all around to try to make it more confusing, to try to make it hard to catch them. And it's another reason why the majority of these things that happen, hardly nobody's dying. That's what I believe. Hardly nobody's dying. Because if it's all said and done and they end up getting caught, then they can make these people come back and say, hey, they're not really dead. We didn't really kill them. We didn't do anything to them like that. They're all still alive. Yeah, we faked their deaths, basically. But they're not dead and we didn't kill them. We didn't have nothing to do with it. So that's why I think they're doing all this fucking fake death shit. And what they do in them 3 hours, which almost always is in the middle of the night, so it's really easy to do what you need to do. So they got 3 hours. What they do is they have ambulances that come in that take all the people out, the real people, and they take them. And I believe that they have tunnel entrances around hospitals, and they're bringing these people there thinking that they're going to the hospital, and they're going to the tunnels, and they're getting shipped out of this country, and they've taken the chip because they had no choice because they don't know what the hell is going on, and then they take the chip, and then they reform the people, and then they turn them into their soldiers. This is why it's taken so long, but this is how they're getting their army together, the New World Order Army / UN, because the UN and the New World Order are connected. They're the same. They're no different. They're in collaboration with each other. There's no doubt in my mind about that. It's 100% deal on that. They're just trying to confuse us because they're going to say that the UN is for us and they're helping us. And if you see their white vehicles, they're here to help. But and it's not true. You see the military in the light camouflage, they're part of it. They're with the UN, the United Nations. Like I said, they're the same. They're no different than the New World Order. The United Nations are the same shit. They're not here to help us. They're not here to protect us. They're not going to keep us alive. They're not going to do anything. And the whole thing was fucking built on fucking a lie anyway. From the beginning of the FEMA camps, trying to say that they were for us, for in a crisis situation, and we were going to be able to go there and get food and water, and we were going to be okay, and everything was going to be great. So the whole thing was built from a fucking lie. And it's like, the thing about it is you got Hillary Clinton, who basically has her own private lawyer, who's her personal lawyer that takes care of everything. Loretta Lynch, She takes care of everything for the Clintons. She's been doing it for a long time. You know, she meets with Bill Clinton on a plane the other day, and she asked Bill Clinton to make sure that she's got a job when Hillary becomes president. And then Bill Clinton gives her some names with some dirt on the people that are trying to prosecute possibly Clinton, and they want to make sure they got dirt. And then the third thing he told her is that to make sure that you start arresting some people that are down below it in the FBI, so it gets the heat off of Clinton. And on top of it, they air all this shit out about Hillary Clinton and about how she go and meets with the FBI again, but the meeting's on a Saturday, which nobody knew about. And it's just bullshit because she can do whatever the fuck she wants. So can Obama. Them two fucking people, you don't understand how powerful they are and how they've abused their powers and what they've done. Because they've absolutely taken their power and completely fucking abused it. And, you know, if they would have wrote into the Constitution a thing about how if a president wants to pass a new bill or a new law, that all 100 people in the Senate have to unanimously agree with the president. If that was put in the amendment and it could never be fucked with again, it would shut the whole New World Order down for the rest of their lives. They wouldn't be able to sit and burn the fucking Constitution like they've been doing. And Obama sits and comes in and he passes some new fucking law. He brings it in the morning, and by the end of the day, it's fucking passed. Then you have fucking shit going on. How we're supposed to, they pass a fucking law that they're trying to pass right now, good old Obama, that we're supposed to treat fucking robots and stuff like they're human beings, like they have emotions. And if you say something wrong to it, you'll be getting in trouble. And you'll be offending it. Because, see, this is what they're prepping us for. For the fucking computer, for android cops, basically. Robot cops. Robot everything. You got Uber, Google, and Tesla that are trying to hone in on the self-driving cars. Well, Uber's just a New World Order app, straight up. And, you know, you got Google that's ran by and owned pretty much by the New World Order. They took and they got a piece of YouTube. They got everything. They fucking took control of the whole social media. And that's a quarter of the problem right now. You got them taking control of everything, and on top of it, they're sitting there listening to everything that we're saying. Like this video that I'm fucking making, they're listening to it all, which I don't fucking care. It's my right to say what I want, and if I get a flag or whatever from YouTube or whatever happens, fucking, I haven't broken any laws. That's what they don't understand is fucking, they need to pull their heads out of their asses. The New World Order and the UN and shit. Quit watching fucking cartoons 24/7 because your fucking brains are so melted down that you have a brain of a fucking 6-year-old. You can't come up with anything fucking original. You change the name to a FEMA camp, and all this is a concentration camp. Exactly what Hitler and fucking Stalin did. You guys have no fucking originality whatsoever. You guys have shitty actors that you've pissed off because they've admitted that you ran their ads on fucking Craigslist. They respond to them. They're supposed to get paid, and now you're fucking them over. So it's just another thing that's showing that you just think you're fucking beyond the New World Order and the UN and Obama and Clinton. They all think that they're just above it all, and they ain't above it all. The thing about it is, like, yeah, it's eventually going to get shut down, but eventually it's going to start up again. If Trump gets 8 years in the presidency, then probably fucking corrupt Jeb Bush will try to get in, or whoever they try, or Clinton will try to run again. What, you know, or they'll make some new stupid law that a president can run more than 2 fucking terms. I could see that too. I could see Obama flexing his power and doing something like that so he can get more terms. you know, and everybody's talking like this is going to be the last election that we ever have. Well, I'll tell you that I agree 50% with that. If Trump doesn't win, this will be the last fucking election that ever does happen. And basically, Hillary Clinton will become a dictator. But that's all she really is anyway. You know, she's just a dictator for the new world fucking government mafia slash UN. It's all the same shit. Oh, if you don't like what we say, and if you don't go along with our plan, we're just gonna fucking kill you. You know, it's just like they 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 faked the death of Prince, they faked the death of Tupac, they faked the death of Biggie. It just goes on and on that it was complete fucking acting setups. You know, back then when the shit with Tupac happened, I didn't know. But after doing a lot of research and seeing and stuff, and seeing the same signs, it's always the same shit. There's one video, there's always guns fire, and the body's always cremated magically. It's really odd shit. Like they think that they're fucking patterns of what they've used all these movies to make, fucking and did. So it wasn't gonna come back to bite them in the ass, and people aren't gonna start to figure it out. It's like fine, you guys own the fucking big banks, you own everything, you got control of fucking the food sitting over in the you make the uh, cargo ships that have all the food on it. You make them dock for 3 4 weeks at a time, so they can't do their business and they can't get their food here and stuff. Of course, food's gonna go up to almost 400%. Of course, there's gonna be a food shortage. They're doing that to us on purpose, just like they're making every. You know, you got 50 million people on Social Security. You got 44 million or whatever on EBT and SNAP and all that. You got another 50 million employees working for them. That's 140 fucking 4 million people. That's almost half of the US. When they shut all that down, that half the US is going to be like, what the fuck are we going to do? Well, what you need to do is you need to start preparing and get ready. If you're prepared and you start getting food with a 5 year shelf life or the 20-year shelf life, and you start preparing and living life like basically you need to accept that when it happens that we're not going to have electricity, we're not going to have gas, we're not going to have shit. We're going to need to figure out how to be self-sufficient, figure out how to grow food and everything. And it's a stressful thing to trying to get this planned out and figure it out because I don't know how much time I have to do this to get this ready for us, for my family and stuff. And money isn't the greatest part. It isn't all there neither. But I'm doing what I can, and I'm trying to get ready for it because I don't know. We don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody knows if they're going to fire up the switch, and they're just going to kick it all on. And there's going to be massive, massive natural fucking disasters. And then next thing you know, no one's got electricity. No one's got gas. All the food in the grocery stores has been fucking cleaned out. And it'll just go on and on and on what they'll do. They'll make sure you can't get gas in your cars. So you better make sure you have a solar powered engine running your car, which who the hell has that? Probably hardly nobody has just straight solar powered cars. Um, well, I guess that's all I really got for today. Just wanted to say happy 4th of July. Hope everybody's safe. And when you guys go to report in Cleveland and Philly, be careful because the false flags are coming and they're gonna come hard. And they're gonna come in thousands and thousands and thousands. And you guys got to make sure you're wearing your bulletproof vests and stuff. Do what you guys gotta do. I mean, if it was up to me, if I could afford it, I would go. I wouldn't care. I'd go to Cleveland. I'd go to Philly. I'd go to these things. I'd get real footage of what's happening and what's it going to be like. And, you know, here's the other thing that how they pull off these movies that they bring to real life. The reason there's no video, there's no nothing, is because they have a jammer. And they shut everything down inside of an area inside of a couple miles. When you get in that area, 2 mile radius, whatever, you don't have nothing. No phone communication, no nothing. But they do. They have everything working because they're running off of the GBOS towers, which is basically what used to be the old equivalent of what we have now would be like back then dial-up. So we're using dial-up now, and they're using the new high speed, and that's what's going on. So it's better than anything we can even imagine, because it wasn't something that was just found here. They went into the future and they got that information and they came back and they did it. And they did it, and that's how they do a lot of things. That's how it makes it so easy for them. That's how they got this far. And it was easy to corrupt Clinton and Obama because they're greedy. They fed off of their insides of what a lot of the human nature people are about greed and money and power. So it's not hard to figure out what happened. Anyway, that's about all I got for today. Chris Dietrich here. Have a nice 4th of July. Thank you. And if you would like to subscribe, that would be great. Pass this video out to as many people as you can. And the last video that I made, because that's the only reason why I'm doing this. I'm not doing it for myself. I'm not doing it for anything else. I'm just doing it to get the message out. And I'm utilizing what I have the best that I can. And I'm doing the best that I can to try to help people to understand how fucked up this really is. And how if it continues, we may not be enjoying the 4th of July next year in 2017. And I pray we don't see that. I pray we enjoy our 4th of Julys for the rest of our lives. And there's an end to this. And it gets stopped and it gets shut down. God will step in sometime, but we just don't know when. And we have to trust Him and trust His judgment and understand and believe in Him and not believe in the devil. And understand this is going to get better. This is the grim times right now, but it is going to get better. And the New World Order and the UN and all that, and Obama and Clinton, they're not going to win. When it's all said and done, it's not going to go down like that. So that's the biggest thing that people need to understand and believe, and never lose your faith in God, because eventually He will step in and He will put an end to all of this. Like I said, we just don't know when.